This is News 4 Tucson, live at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. We're going to start with a Christie's Kids investigation for you. When someone commits a sex crime against a child in Arizona, they often get lifetime probation after prison. That's important for a lot of victims. However, it turns out lifetime probation doesn't always last a lifetime. Christy, you found that out while digging for someone very close to a case like that.
Yes, Steve, we were contacted by a woman who was a child victim many years ago, and she wants everybody to know that when a judge orders lifetime probation, sometimes it isn't for life. This young woman we'll call Carla tells Christie's Kids she was molested at the age of 12 in Coconino County.
In 1993, I was molested by my ex-stepfather.
His name, John P. Cox. For months, Carla stayed silent.
He would always say that he would take revenge if I ever said anything.
Eventually, Carla went to the authorities and Cox was sentenced for attempted child molestation. He served time in Coconino County while Carla moved to Pima County. Then, in 1997, Cox was released on lifetime probation. He was to have no contact with Carla or her sister. A little more than a decade later, Cox petitioned the court to get off of lifetime probation.
When I was notified in 2008, I was blown away. I was really shocked. I never thought there was that possibility, and in all reality, there is.
Carla worried that Cox would find her and make good on his promise of revenge. In 2008, his request was denied by the court. And then, this past summer, Carla learned
he is trying to get off of lifetime probation for the second time since he's gotten out of prison.
A second petition to end lifetime probation just last year. We wanted to ask John Cox about this, but his number's not listed. Christie's Kids reached out to his probation officer.
More options.
But got no response. And defense attorney.
He has no comment?
No.
We even had our sister station's bureau in Coconino County knock on the door of Cox's last known address. No answer. Christie's Kids did some digging on lifetime probation in Pima County, and we found it's imposed for certain sex offenses: child molestation, luring a minor for sexual exploitation, and sexual assault of a minor among them. Lifetime probation is for a minimum, undefined number of years when the victim's a child, and then
it can be altered at the discretion of the court.
Barbara Johnson's with Pima County Adult Probation. She says the courts consider treatment progress and compliance when deciding whether to lift lifetime probation. In 2014, Pima County monitored about 380 sex offenders on probation. Of those, 121 were placed on lifetime probation. Last year, 6 offenders were taken off of lifetime probation. Pima County doesn't advocate for sex offenders in the process, and Johnson says the petitions are rarely granted. Taking someone off lifetime probation means less monitoring, more freedom.
But it's not freedom from the law.
Christie's Kids wanted to see how Tucsonans feel about this. Opinions varied.
I guess it depends on the seriousness of the offense, really, because it really depends on the reason for why they were on there to begin with.
Tucsonan Brendan Bond agrees, and he adds,
I think it depends on the situation, whether they urinated in an alleyway or whether they really molested a child or someone, you know.
For Cecilia Perez, it's black and white.
Just because you're doing okay when you're going to counseling doesn't mean that once you're out of there, you're going to continue to do good.
For Carla, the fear never goes away.
And are you really actually safe? If they do, I do think that there is a chance that he can attack again.
Right, the day after Cox's second petition was denied, Carla called Christie's Kids saying that she finally had a good night's sleep. Very important to point out, according to our probation experts, young adults involved with underage teens, they're typically not placed on lifetime probation. But we want your thoughts on this. Join the conversation on Facebook. Steve?
Christy, thank you.